Good morning, and thank you for joining for meditation. Glad to see you all here. This meditation is informed by my Kriya Yoga exploration and study. And I'm going to begin with a quote from Roy Davis's commentary, The Eternal Way, the inner meaning of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 8. And his comment is that knowledge is imparted to us that we might learn and apply it. All knowledge of God and life's processes is available to us, to be acquired from valid sources and self-revealed from the innermost core of our eternal being. I'm going to start in my favorite way, which is with a Sanskrit chant. Om Asito Masat Gamaya Tamaso Madyotir Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, turn us from the unreal to the real, from that which changes to that which changes not, from the darkness of ignorance to the light of truth, from the error of identifying with our mortal bodies and minds to the realization of the divine self. Peace, peace, peace in the turning. Recognition of the blessed silence in which we hear the inner voice, the still small voice, in which we witness that, perhaps through sound or light, in which we arise through our bodies, through all the life forces that sustain us, to the light, to the love, to the grace, to the flow, to the essence of the being that we are. That we might receive divine understanding, that we might remember our essential selves, that we might receive wisdom and enlightened discernment. That we might be guided through our spiritual lineage, through that which is true, those valid sources of instruction, through our science of mind teachers, our unity teachers, and all who have gone before them, our wise and well ancestors. We open ourselves now to receiving that which is arising for us, as we place anything which no longer serves, which represents misunderstanding, which represents action from wrong intent or misaligned understandings. Placing all of that into the sacred flame, the radiant source of life. I'm going to sing one more chant, and then we'll go into silent meditation. Om Bhuva Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yana Prachodayat Om
As we begin to come down for meditation, I'm going to repeat some Sanskrit words that offer us support in applying understanding to our lives. Ahimsa, no harm. We cultivate peace. Satya, no lie. We create from the truth of being. Asteya, no stealing, no taking anything from anybody, including anyone's dignity. Brahmakarya, staying one-pointed so that we are not moved by our likes or dislikes. By our preferences, our desires, or that which we abhor. But we remain one-pointed, remembering spirit. Aparagrapha, non-attachment. Non-attachment to old forms or stories or material things. Leading us into Saucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svariyaya, and Ishvara Pramadana. That clarity and truth and peace and joy of spirit, of soul, permeating our essence, our being, our bodies, our life. That we are content and disciplined on behalf of the soul, and studied and surrendered into the sacred, into the divine, into the now, the eternal now. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu.
Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all of the beings in all the worlds be happy and free. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace. 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 Deep breath. Or wiggle fingers, toes if you need to come back. So we have about 7 minutes now till our service begins, so feel free to get up and move around and maybe get some coffee or whatever you need.
Oh, no, Susan is here. Yeah, Susan is here. She's right back there, so. I think we're just about ready to go. We just need a Susan.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Please take your seats so we can get started. There's a lot going on today. Good morning. Welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, an integrated CSL where all faiths are welcome and none are required. I am Tamara Williams. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm so grateful for each one joining us here today, whether in the building or online. First of all, I would like to thank practitioner Chris Duval for leading us in meditation this morning. And thank you for turning off anything that makes noise so we can enjoy the sanctity of our time here together. If you're joining online, welcome. You can click on closed captioning if you need assistance. Together, we are transforming our world with the power of love in action. And I want to take a minute to honor the many folks who are embodying love in action today, supporting our celebration. Our musical inspiration is provided by Susan Clark, our Director of Musical Inspiration. And she sure lives up to that title, doesn't she? And Kent Pitzenbarger on drums, another source of musical inspiration. And our tech team is Cheryl Ray and Jennifer. Always dependable, always reliable, and we thank you for those qualities. Erica was a greeter today. Thank you, Erica. And I want to also thank all the generous people who brought food today, because there's a lot of food and a cake. Woohoo! The Spirit Bound Mook Store is being staffed by Gil and Liz. Thank you both. And we also have licensed spiritual practitioners today holding high watch, which I believe would be Chris Duval and Carmela. Thank you. And practitioner Marilyn O'Leary will lead us in our opening prayer and share the reading for the day. And Reverend Kamatara will host our celebration, offering our inspirational message for the day will be the founder of RGCSL, Reverend Dr. Martha Quintana. And Reverend Carmentara. They're doing double duty today. And there are a lot of things happening here at this center, which is just really exciting. I think all of us can feel the elevated sense of energy in the center, right? There's so many things going on. And we're communicating them to you on the website and in the bulletin and in the printed bulletin. So I'm only going to focus on the highlights today. There is a yay from one of our members here. I'd like to announce that there's going to be an online meditation led by renowned spiritual leader and humanitarian Guru Dev, also known as Ravi Shankar, on December 21st, which is a day designated by the UN as World Meditation Day. We'll join millions online in a shared intention for peace. So set your alarms, because we're meeting here at 7:30. The meditation starts at 8 o'clock, and that's on December 21st. And another mark your calendar event for a special Christmas Eve celebration with our New Thought friends, Unity and Albuquerque CSL. And that's at 6 p.m. at Unity on Candelaria. Have some exciting announcements from Spirit Bound Bookstore and Gifts. Bernadette Romero is the December Artist of the Month, and she has a book. Her book is called Fulfillment, the Power of Compassion. And there's a video on the website, and there's also discounts for the book. So be sure to check it out. There's also a 50% off of Christmas decorations and gifts. What a great place to go holiday shopping. And pricing from my watercolor sketches have been reduced, and there's a 20% discount off of everything at the bookstore this month. So I hope to see everybody in the bookstore at some point today. And there'll be a very important short meeting right here in the sanctuary before the cake and food and social hall, so right after Sunday service. So stick around, okay? And now we have a very brief announcement from the 505 group about the giving tree. I think. Or not. Or here's my. Okay. Okay, here they come. Okay, so introducing once more the 505 gang.
So the really cool thing is the whole 505 is actually led by youth. And so there's been one young man who's been behind the scenes for the whole thing, and he's actually the chair, 16 years old, and doing this kind of service, leading and coordinating. So this is Nithin, and say hello.
Hello. So you guys have done such a great job so far with the giving tree, but we still have 40 more gifts. How many gifts?
40 gifts.
So you still have one more chance to help. We're doing a special second collection today. You can still take a tag today and return it to Nancy, or on Saturday during the gift wrapping party. We'll have a sign-up sheet in the social hall if you want to join us on Saturday. How many gifts do we still have to buy?
40 gifts.
Now imagine if a kid doesn't get a gift on Christmas morning. Imagine how sad they'll be, and imagine how that will impact their Christmas. Just look at him. Look how sad he is. But imagine if a kid does get a gift on Christmas. Imagine the joy he'll feel. See, you would want every kid to look like him on Christmas morning, opening up their gift and being as happy as him. Thank you.
Good morning. Carmela asked me to carry that light up this morning, and I thought, okay, I guess that's a symbol, isn't it? So I affirm to you that I'm carrying the light, and I also am affirming that you are carrying the light. That this time of year, in some religions, in some churches, is Advent, and it's a waiting for the light to come. We also celebrate the solstice, which is coming soon. And it seems fitting to me that this feeling of kind of uncertainty that I've had, or that there's something coming, and that's the light. It's an opportunity for us to see what we bring to the world, that we are the people, we are the spirit, we are how the light comes to the world. And so I affirm that everybody here brings light to the world in their own way, from their own needs, from their own desires, from their own expression, that we bring, that we are, that we express love, abundance, power, health, joy, connection, peace. All of the things that we want, we express and bring that to the world now. And so I affirm that this season, this service, that all of us here are particularly not blessed because we're always blessed, but particularly know that that's who we are, and that we particularly are beginning to shine. And so this shining is who we are and what we are today. And so I affirm for all of us that we are joy, that we are an expression of the divine. And I bless every person who is helping with the service today. I particularly bless Reverend Dr. Martha Quintana, our founding Reverend, and I bless Reverend Gil Olmstead, who is home taking care of his health this morning. So I affirm for him perfect health. And knowing that we have the beautiful, perfect foundation and the expansion of our love. And so knowing that all this is so, that we are one in spirit, please say with me, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Marilyn. I guess I do need you up here. Well, I always need you up here. I need you up here right now. I forgot the order of the service, just briefly, but it came back to me now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's have you stand. I know it's kind of a different deal going on today, but let's see what that looks like. All right, this is an old favorite. Everybody knows it, I believe, so sing robustly. It's a waltz. 1, 2, 3. God was the sun, God is the sun, but God so much more than the earth.
Woo! Thank you so much for joining in that beautiful song. And Susan and Kent, we love your music so, so much. And welcome to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, a place where we honor all names for God, all paths to God, and all expressions of God. All faiths are welcome, and none is required. So my name is Reverend Kamatara. My pronouns are she, her, and all the glitter you can muster. And I am your celebration host and helping out with the inspirational message for this morning. And I appreciate you all chilling in the cabaret style that we are today. We don't have any dancers, but we do have cake and all sorts of wonderful things happening today because maybe some of you are aware, Rio Grande is celebrating our sweet 16. So happy birthday! And we are super blessed to have our founder in the house, Rev Dr. Martha Quintana. And also I want to take a moment of blessing. As you know, we love to pray in the spiritual community. So let's take a moment to hold Reverend Gil in our hearts and to know for him health, a real, true, felt experience of wholeness, of healing, to know that his lungs are clear, that everything is flowing and going the way that it's supposed to go. His body absolutely knows how to heal itself, and for him to get his energy back and to be fully restored so he can come do all the things that he needs and wants to do here. And then I also claim for this community that we support him in all the things that need to be done in the spiritual community, so that way we all can have greater balance in our experience of life and health and wholeness and spiritual community. And I give thanks for Reverend Gil, the bounty of him being our senior minister now, and his beautiful and amazing wife, Robin, who also is amazing power team. Very appreciative. So know that they are both blessed, and we are grateful, and all is well. And so it is. Okay, extra prayers, yay. So let's get focused. In this spiritual community, we like to touch home base for a moment, just so you remember who and what you are and why we're here and what we're doing. And if you're new, then you'll say, oh, these are my people. So in this spiritual community, we are anchored in the principles of science of mind. Some people say new thought or ageless wisdom. And our greatest hits or our core beliefs come down to that we believe there is only one power in the universe. It is known by many names, and each of us is an expression of that one power of the divine, the something sacred going on. It's hard to put words to it, but it's that. And we are that. All right, and we enhance our awareness of that divinity through prayer and play and meditation and learning and creativity and the Sunday service, but also service to each other and service to the community. And we also believe that our thoughts are creative, that what we hold in our thoughts impacts our experience of the world. And so by changing our thinking, we can change our life. How many of you experienced that? Woo, and if you haven't, you will. If you're in the house, it's going to happen. All right. We also know that everything in our life is either an expression of love or a call for love, no exceptions. So I invite you in moments when the chips are down and you're thinking, what's going on? Maybe you're ready to receive love in that moment. You might not be the giver in that moment. Or if you see someone struggling and you're thinking, oh my goodness, could you be the giver of love in that moment? That would be fantastic. And then finally, we also believe that each one of us arrives on the planet whole, perfect, and complete. We don't believe in rescue, saving, or fixing, because you are a divine being that can only reflect the ever-expanding nature of perfection in the universe. If you are an expression of God, how could you be anything less than that? So we're thrilled that you're here today, whether online, hello, or in the house, or viewing this later, because time is an illusion. We are all together in this beautiful spiritual community, and we are so blessed by the richness of your presence. This gathering is special because this amazing composite of folks are here together today right now. So we come together to celebrate life, your life, our life as a spiritual community. So I am kind of curious, is anyone here for the first time It's a grand day to be here if you're brand spanking new. Okay, and wait, are there any old timers that are here? Maybe you haven't been here in a while, and it's good to see you back. And, welcome back. It is a big homecoming for today. So we are going to do our blessing. So if you like to rub your hands together and get the energy flowing, stretch our hands and make loving eye contact if you feel comfortable, or some people like to close their eyes and just envision the room. You do you. We're going to say this prayer. We see you. We see you. We know who you really are. You are a divine emanation of spirit. You are loved. You are appreciated. Welcome home. Yay. So now we're going to have our vision and mission that really anchors us in who and what we are in the spiritual community, and then our reading. So I'm going to invite Marilyn O'Leary to come back up.
So please say with me our vision. We are transforming our world with the power of love in action. And our mission, we love all creation through spiritual growth and service, always staying true to our highest self. So I have a reading this morning from, it's from the Science of Mind magazine. If you are not acquainted with this magazine, please go to the bookstore and buy one. It is absolutely wonderful. Every page, and I am not exaggerating, every page has something wonderful to think about and to elevate you. And what I'm reading today is the introduction by Reverend Dr. Michael Gott, who wrote the daily guides for December. Growth, you guys hear this okay? Yeah. Growth, evolution, healing, becoming. These words all convey a process. With intention, practice, and grace, our spirituality deepens over time. Our faith grows stronger. Our intuition becomes keener. Our conscious contact with spirit becomes more present. We become more present. I heard someone say that time is a gift because it saves us from having to experience everything all at once. There is something beautiful in this temporal experience. Though we are eternal, deathless, changeless expressions of the divine, we also reveal that essential spiritual nature in time. And so our life has seasons, chapters, and stages. We are being revealed. It's best not to cling, but it seems we all still do that from time to time. If we can trust the current in the river of life, flow more and struggle less, we will discover more and more of its beauty and power, letting go of what we no longer need, embracing the new as it meets us on our journey. So let's just think about that for a couple minutes. Our life has seasons.
Okay, thank you, Marilyn. So, Reverend Martha actually requested that I do this song as my first solo because I did this during our first service back in 2009. Yeah. So I wrote it, but I actually had to revisit it to to get it under my belt. So we'll see how I do. Wish me luck. This is called "I'm Getting Ready for God."
It's a great song.
And it's kind of a gospel tune. It happens to be on my CD that's back in the bookstore, Sunlight of the Soul. And if you buy a CD, all the proceeds go back to RGCSL. So keep that in mind. Okay, I can do this. Last night I had the strangest dream. I wrote most of the song you're gonna hear in my sleep. The message was crystal clear, and the melody came from a place in me, mysterious and yet so real. And it goes like this. I'm shining up my Sunday shoes, I'm getting ready for God. I'm playing up my earthly dues, I'm getting ready for God. The path of faith is what I choose, I'm getting ready for God. And I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. Yes, I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. I'm throwing down my sword and shield, I'm getting ready for God. A banner of peace is what I wield, I'm getting ready for God. Like a willow in the wind I yield, I'm getting ready for God. And I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. Yes, I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. The greatest gift that we can give is that love that starts from within. First we must learn to love ourselves, and then that love spills out and touches everybody else, touches everybody else. The greatest gift that we can give is that love that starts from within. First we must learn to love ourselves, and then that love spills out and touches everybody else. I'm opening up my heart to love, I'm getting ready for God. Receiving gifts from all around, I'm getting ready for God. Each step I take is on sacred ground, I'm getting ready for God. And I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. Yes, I know where to go, Spirit tells me so. Yes, I know where to go, Spirit tells me. It's a suspended ending. All right. That's it, though. Thank you. Thank you, Kent.
Good morning. Wow, let me look at you. Beautiful. Oh my God, if you could see yourselves. So, in my early practice, in the early days, I always started with a story. So, in light of that, I'm starting with a story today. I'm starting with a story. So there's a guy, he's out for a Sunday drive. You know, he's just driving down a country road, wanting to connect with nature. So as he's driving, suddenly he sees something just fly past him. And he's like, was that a three-legged chicken? And so he speeds up. And as soon as he's about to reach the chicken speeds up too. And so suddenly he goes faster. The chicken goes faster. He's faster. The chicken's faster. He can't quite catch it. 40 miles an hour. He can't catch the chicken. It's going to 43. The chicken is going, and he can swear that the chicken is looking at him and going, so he can't catch it. So 45, 47, just as he's getting ready to hit 50, the chicken just does a quick left, goes up a country road. So he slams on the brakes, backs up really fast, goes up the country road, and finds that there's a farm. And so he's looking around, can't see the chicken. So he goes up to the front door and he knocks on the door. And this man opens the door. And he says, you know, I thought I saw a 3-legged chicken run up past your house. And the man says, yeah, that was my chicken. I got a lot of them, actually. The man says, a 3-legged chicken? He says, well, you see, I'm a bioengineer. And it used to be, when my son was a little boy, that my daughter, my son, and I would all sit down and we'd fight over who got to get the chicken drum. And so I created the 3-legged chicken so we could all have a chicken drum. And so the man says, well, are they any good? And he goes, well, I don't know. I've never been able to catch it. So Science of Mind, I'm still inspired by Science of Mind now, even more than I ever was. And the reason is that when I got here, we were having a new conversation about God. There was a different perspective about higher power. And when I got here, I was new in my belief of having a God or a higher power. And I had been associating with a group of people who said they had a higher power and that they prayed. And I didn't even know what to think about prayer. I didn't believe that I would sit somewhere and beseech some arbitrary, capricious dude on a white cloud and go, please, God, today, please. I wasn't going to do it. It didn't sound right to me. And I needed to find a place that understood prayer and that could teach me what that meant. And so I found Science of Mind and I began to listen really, really carefully. And what I heard was that we were moving from a Newtonian perspective of physics to a quantum perspective of physics, and that it had everything to do with God and with prayer and with the elevation of humankind and with the elevation of humanity, and that it meant that once and for all that I was not separate from this higher power that had been talked about. It was something I could get into. There was a new conversation happening about God. There was a new perspective happening about God. But here is where I got involved, is that we weren't talking about it because so many of us would go out in society and say, well, what do you really believe? I can't tell you. I won't talk about it because it's not popular. I won't talk about it because it's not mainstream. And I'm telling you that right here, right now, that ever since then, which is what got me into the ministry, was because I needed to talk about this new perspective of God. I needed to say out loud, this is what we believe, and that you have to be involved with your own life. I have to be involved with my own life. And the past doesn't set precedent. It does not set precedent that what I set my mind to, because that's consciousness, yeah? Wherever I set my mind, that consciousness is what changes society. Ideas change society. And the relationship that I have with my higher power is exactly what's going to shift society. That's what's going to change my life. Do I deserve my life? Thank you, Marilyn. One person. Do I deserve my life? Okay, you're still not convinced, but I'm going to let you work on that. And the idea that my relationship with a higher power is directly related to the quality of my life is what became paramount. And so we created a community, and it was a lot of times I hear, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday, a lot of times we hear about this community being an idea born in the mind of God, but really this idea was born in a lot of minds, and it all came together and coalesced in a community. And not just 16 years ago, it does that. It happened every week, it happened all the time, it's still happening. What is the idea that we are coalescing into a community? And it is so important because it is paramount that we understand that the idea that we have with God, about God, is directly related to the quality of life, abundance. In our Western culture, we hear so many people say, do I deserve it? What kind of question is that? Of course, I am here. I am here directly related to it because Spirit decided to incarnate in my skin, the very skin on my body, the hair on my head, my eyes, my mouth, all God, all Spirit. So it's like Spirit saying to Spirit, do I deserve to have some abundance? Well, the answer is yes, to the level that I'm willing to accept it. Do I deserve to be loved? Yes, to the level that I accept it. Yes. Right. What is my life? Do I deserve it? And the key is, we used to talk a lot about secrets around here, you know, the secret. Well, here's the secret. It's happening all over the world. One of the beautiful things that happened then and now is since I left here, I've had a lot of opportunities to travel, and everywhere I go, the answer is I deserve to have the life that I was brought here to have. I have to be courageous enough to grab it and become that. I have to. I have to, otherwise I'm not free. I have to, otherwise that I am going to, and I don't mean to sound macabre, but when I die, I want my life flashing before my eyes to be like, holy, that was fun, you know? I know sometimes I'm Reverend Potty Mouth as well, but it's happening. You know, Darlene and Peter, my husband and I, we just got back from Egypt. And what's beautiful, and I'll end here because Reverend Kamatara is coming up to talk about where you guys are now, but when we were there, there's a call to prayer 5 times a day, and it's beautiful. We woke up every day at 10 to 5 with this call to prayer. But even there, the young people are saying there's a new way to have a relationship with God. Even there, all over the world, people are beginning to understand what we've known here. And what becomes incumbent on all of us is to speak up about it, to talk about this relationship with God, because Spirit is never diminished by your lack of words. Spirit is not diminished. It goes somewhere else to find it. And all those words that were used as children that may have harmed us, God, a lot of people say, I don't like using the word God. Take it back. Say it loud. And this is my definition. Spirit, Bible, those kinds of things, take it back. Stand proud in your own skin. Why? Because the skin is higher power. Your skin is spirit manifest as flesh, here to have a spiritual experience in every way, good, bad, and indifferent, in every way. And I get to say it. So today, allow yourself to speak about this higher power, because you're talking about yourself, myself, in the highest ways. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Reverend Quintana.
Yes, thank you so much, Reverend Dr. Martha Quintana, founding minister. Definitely appreciating your inspiration today, and inspiration for over 16 years, because you were inspiring far before the church even started. So incredibly grateful. So it's my wonderful job to honor our past, present, and future. So thinking about how this spiritual community in particular is kind of this amazing melting pot of all different spiritual communities, not just from Albuquerque, but from all over the nation and around the world, how people have gotten here. So just take a moment and think about, how did you get here? What brought you here? What amazing, strange journey led to this moment where you're here in this room or watching this video or in your bunny slippers at home, participating in Sunday service online? Who'd have seen that coming? And I'm just curious, how many of you are founding members? The OG. All right, thank you so much, because definitely impacted my life. I am grateful for this place here. How many of you have been here for at least 10 years? How many of you maybe came in the last 5? How many of you might be new this year? Wow, huge blessings. Thank you for being here. So think about when you first came here, no matter which iteration of Rio Grande that was your first time that you showed up. How did you feel when you came in? Home, loved. Those are probably the top 2 words that come out, like, oh my God, I am not crazy. There are people who do believe in this, people who are willing to talk about God, a higher power, and I'm not condemned or broken or all the other, hootenanny and mishiva that goes on in other places. And thank you, God, to finally feel home and seen and heard and valued. And when I think about Rio Grande 1.0, some of it was in Hotel Albuquerque, some of it's here. So for those of you who are with Reverend Dr. Martha, that's the Rio Grande 1.0. And I think of the blessing that I got to have to raise my children here. Some of you may not know that there was a very large youth program that was here in the day. In fact, Vince got to direct it. Who else directed it? Nancy got to direct it. Anjali, Carmela. I know Mark Ayers had a big part. I got to direct it. And my children were raised here. You've been with my children through every name and every gender pronoun. Thank you very much. Very accepting, loving, every surgery, anything that you can imagine that our family went through. So being able to do youth and family ministry here, to have the family fun nights. Remember, we used to have youth services. We sent a bajillion kids to teen camp, and just amazing things that we got to do here. And the Franksgiving, which was so much fun. Okay, only a few of us remember that one. Okay, but now we have what I lovingly refer to as the stray dog Thanksgiving. I love it. Where just anyone who does not have a place to go on Thanksgiving, we have an amazing time here, because this is our chosen family. And it's important to know that we are not alone. And the way that we show up for each other is super powerful. I know that Reverend Dr. Martha, as my mentor, has been hugely influential in my life, not only as another woman and a mother and a wife, but also a practitioner and a minister. So to have all of that support just in Reverend Martha and the support that I've had in this community and the way, just as an example of how we all are supporting each other. And you've been with me from congregant to practitioner to minister, which is also a huge journey. And so I want you to think about, for you, what's all the change and growth that you have experienced? Like, what does your RGCSL roadmap look like? And the bumps and the bruises and the good times and the tears and consternation. And I always think what you used to say, Rev Martha, shaking my puny fist at God. And then the times when I'm laughing at this precious little pumpkin self. And the times when you all remember who I am when I can't remember it for myself. Because we are not alone. So then we get into the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living 2.0, which was fabulous because not only did we have the transition of Reverend Martha retiring, we had COVID! Oompa! Those were some wild times. I remember bringing music to you live from my living room and tons of cables. If you could have seen the cables coming down over the loft, down into the living room and all that, like, our house looked, it was insane, but it was great still being able to bring Sunday service to you no matter what. And then also the transition of having Reverend Karen Lindsley here as our interim minister, but she wasn't here because she was there. And so I just want to honor all the people behind the scenes and in front that did that transition, because we are this community. I love our ministers and practitioners, amazing, holding the space, yes, and the consciousness, yes, and we, community members, make this church. And so even though there was a big transition at that time, we kept it together. High five. Good job. We kept it together and maintained the quality of care in this community, the quality of service, Sunday service in this community. It was amazing. And then we made it until Reverend Gil arrived with Robin. Yay! Oh, so grateful. What a huge blessing. And think about in this Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living 2.0, how with Reverend Gil, how much things have changed and grown, and how we've really embodied being a spiritual community center for all of Albuquerque, and still holding tight to our principles of science of mind, because that is at the heart of what we do. And now having, now that Susan is back, woohoo, Susan around too, and, having Nancy in the office and having our Unity friends, how wonderful that we could have our Unity community members join us, and as that came to a close, to still have folks from Unity, because we are all brothers and sisters in this room sharing the journey. So grateful for how everything keeps weaving together in divine right order, and thinking how we are outward facing now, even with solid grounds. Please come on Friday, it's going to be amazing. And we have a world meditation coming up on Sunday morning, and we have healers using our space, and just all different amazing things that are happening here. And just think about your last year or two, your journey here with Rio Grande, and what has been amazing for you. I think about in 2024 when my family fell apart, you literally gave me food and shelter when I had no place to live. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tamara, and Terry Smith. I lived in 6 different places in 1 year, but I had a place to go. And when I was losing it, I also had a place to go because of you all. And I'm on my feet now, and life is awesome, and I am so grateful. And I know that each and every one of you has a similar story. This is the home base. This is the refueling station. This is the place where we can give each other love when we need it. That is transforming the world with the power of love in action. So now let's think about Rio Grande 3.0, where we're headed next. In fact, I hope you read your email. If you haven't, it's what the meeting is about shortly after service, because there is a potential for a new space, which will really help to balance the budget and all the things that you need to read about. And it's this really interesting location with 2 other spiritual communities in the strip mall. To have 3 different spiritual communities in this one place, in this interesting neighborhood where we can raise the vibrational level and hold the space and do amazing things. I don't know what's next. It's an adventure. We're on the pioneering edge of what this spiritual community is called to be. And that's where you come in. It's time for your discernment. What is yours to do as this out pictures next? Because it can't just be the Reverend Gil and Robin show. I'm just saying, do you hear that? Okay, because we need to help them balance their ledger. No joke. And when I hear us on Thanksgiving Day and everyone's going around the room in tears, literally saying, I love this place, this is my home. Okay, that's great, then cough it up. Okay, so let's talk turkey. We want this place to keep going. We love this place. This is our chosen family. I have lived and died in this place multiple times and been reborn. And I love the life that I'm living, the life that I deserve, that I was not living before. And I'm living it now. And you, I hope, are either living that now or you are headed there. It's happening. So what is happening for this spiritual community? It's up to you, not just Reverend Gil and Robin. It's up to you. So I really want you to consider financially, I want you to consider your volunteer hours, I want you to consider your heart, your own spiritual practice. Where are you showing up for yourself? And where are you showing up for this spiritual community and whatever is next? Because it's been an amazing journey. And I am so excited to see what happens next. Are you excited? Yes. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to end on this thought. This wild thing happened. I had a filing cabinet that I could not handle looking at. Do you have one of those at home? There's like the mystery filing cabinet. Like there might as well be a bowling ball in there. I don't even know what's in there. And one day I got up my spirit and I'm like, I'm going to clean out this filing cabinet. And I wasn't originally with Rio Grande. I was with High Desert Center for Spiritual Living until we had some challenges there and needed to come over here because this is where the youth program was. And I needed to be with my babies. So eventually I came over here. But in 2009, I didn't even know about Rio Grande at all. And guess what I found in the back of a disused filing cabinet for reasons I cannot explain? The original flyer that welcomes people to the very first day of Rio Grande. Why do I have that sheet? I don't know. I'm the carrier. I'm supposed to bring this to you. And what I want to end with is the beginning. Because on this sheet, Rev Martha said this morning, oh, look at that. We knew who we were all along. I'm going to read to you what it says the spiritual community is all about. And I want us to carry that into RGCSL 3.0. Okay, here's what it says. The Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living is a religious science of mind community that operates under the teachings of Ernest Holmes and other New Thought explorers. Science of mind correlates the laws of science and opinions of philosophy and the revelations of religion applied to the needs and the aspirations of humankind. More importantly, we offer a path that can heal any perceived separation from the divine. You are invited to join us as we explore our own humanity, spirituality, and the exciting opportunity to create a new community together. Because together, we can do more than we could ever do individually. Are you ready for that? Yeah. All right, let's do it, people. I'm going to bring Reverend Martha up for our prayer.
how good it is to know that Spirit is everywhere, that it is the sun shining in the sky today, that it is every person everywhere knowing him, her, themselves, that in this absolute, infinite, boundless, unstoppable spirit, that it shoots out into the atmosphere, is the stars, reinvents itself again and again. It is that cry of the newborn baby and the last breath of that person leaving the planet. It is every creature in the sea, in the air. Oh. And Spirit is creator. It creates for its own delight. The new idea, the new creation, always new. And I am one with it. I am one with it, for I can never be separate from it. I am one with creation. That breath, that first breath, every moment, that last breath as my old life falls away. I am what it is, boundless, infinite, always becoming, always new. And as I know this for me, I know this for every single person in this room and who can hear my voice online. Everyone here is one with the Creator, one with that new breath, the sunlight, Spirit. Each person here recognizing themselves in their own creation. For it is Spirit's good pleasure to give us everything. And so on behalf of everyone here and everyone who can hear me online, I accept it. I accept that everything. In this moment, I affirm and declare that each of us expands our ability to accept that abundance, that love, that goodness. Each person here is the absolute beloved. And in that, I affirm and declare that all is well. No matter the appearance, all is well. For our society is being recreated by our ideas. And so I affirm and declare in this moment that the Rio Grande Center is the absolute goodness of God, that the right decisions are made for wherever the new home may be. I affirm and declare that there is infinite abundance, more than enough of people, places, community resources, financial resources. I affirm and declare that all is well in there too. And so in this moment, I also affirm and declare that whatever is in the hearts of all of us and each of us personally and for our community, that it is already accomplished, that all is well there too. And I give thanks. I give thanks for this goodness. I give thanks for every person here. I give thanks for Reverend Gil and his good health. I give thanks for his beautiful wife, Robin, and her good health. I give thanks for every single practitioner who is here now and who has ever been here and who is yet to come. I give thanks for every minister that has been here, who is here and who is yet to come. I give thanks for all of the people who have been here, who are here and are yet to come. For together we have touched the entire world. Together we are creating that new time, the new conversation about God, the new perspective of God that has all of the implications of creating a society so wealthy, so good, that each person goes to bed tonight cherished, having a roof over their head, well fed. I give thanks for that because I know it is true. I can see it. I can feel it. And I know that every person here can see and feel it, for it is the truth. And I am grateful. And so it is with great gratitude, great gratitude that I release my word, knowing I have made a demand on the law, and it has no choice but to say yes. And so it is. Amen.
Having a lot of good memories. This was also a request from Rev Martha. I haven't done this song forever. This is written by Peter Mayer. I think it was one of the first New Thought songs I actually learned, and I haven't done it for a long time. When I was a girl each week, on Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest, and he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Yes, it is. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad. The miracles don't happen still. But now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Don't you know it is? Is not so small, but an even bigger magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding when there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, oh, it barely wet my fingertips. But now I have to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. I used to see a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down. But now I walk it with a reverent air, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Yes, you can sing. Everything is holy now. Don't you know it's true? Yeah, oh yeah. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. This morning outside I stood, saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. All things have changed within, 'cause I remember when the church left out. Now I'm here again, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything, every little thing is holy now. I said said, everything, everything, everything is holy now. Can't you feel it? Everything, everything, everything is holy now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. Everything's a miracle. Everything is holy. It's another suspended ending. I know.
Suspension. Yeah. We are suspended in God's
Suspended in
grace.
space.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Susan and Kent. Wonderful as always. And now it is time to share our abundance. So for those of you, whether you're joining online or you are in the house, there's multiple ways that you can give your offerings and donations. Some of them are going to be scrolling across the screen. There's the text to give. Some of you do monthly online donations, which is so incredibly wonderful and helpful. And then we also have baskets in the front here. So when we sing our song just after this, you can come on up and put your money in the baskets. That is super helpful too. We just appreciate anything and everything that you are able to share with this beautiful spiritual community for all the reasons that we just spoke about, all the reasons that we love about this, not only for our individual lives, but for each other, and then how it goes out in waves all across the city of Albuquerque and then throughout New Mexico and around the world. So this is where it starts. So thank you for sharing your abundance with this spiritual community. So let's do our giving affirmation and say it con un amo fuerte. Say it like you mean it. All right. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I'm so grateful.
So I want to send this out to Reverend Gil. I actually hope he's in bed asleep, but if he happens to be watching, I learned this for you, Gil, and I learned it yesterday. Gil was trying to sing this song to me the other day because I said, do you have any requests for this service? And he was, God is all there is. And so there's another song by Eddie Watkins called God is All There Is. And I said, and I texted him. I said, oh, is it Eddie Watkins? And true to Gil, he did not text me back. And so then when we were at the party yesterday, he was trying to sing it to me, or Friday night, I guess, at Solid Grounds. He was trying to sing it. And I said, gosh, I don't think I've ever heard it. And he goes, well, it's because I'm singing it. And I said, no, actually, I've never heard this. So here we go. Learning songs the last minute. Gil, this is on you now. It's Ricky Byers. And you can walk and give, I think, and sing and chew gum and everything at the same time. My wings were heavy, I could not fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true. Love was there, I could not see it, so the voice of salvation came shining through you, and you said, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. In the sky of my mind was lightning and thunder. I never could trust it would finally be right. Truth in your eyes said, don't worry, don't wonder. You sang me a song that has shattered the lie. And you said, God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. a shepherd, you pulled me through. When my heart was troubled, I didn't know what to do. Your compassion, it planted a seed in my life. Now the flowers in me, and all the time I'm singing, all the time I'm singing. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. If your wings are heavy and you cannot fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true, God is right here. You just have to see it. Let the voice of salvation come shining through you, and just sing, God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there ever will be. Thank you.
Wow. That was like a bonus track. We don't usually get a full-on amazing. So 3 special musics today, and learning it. Isn't Susan amazing? Writing songs, learning things on the fly.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
my
Kent,
gosh.
for the backup here.
And Kent on the drums. We are so blessed. And you may remember from earlier that we had mentioned there's a second collection today for the giving tree, because how many gifts do we still need to buy? 40. Okay. And how will we feel if every kid can have a gift? Hooray. Of course. So these beautiful youth are going to be walking around, and if you can please and thank you, contribute what you can. So go ahead, fabulous youth, walk around, swim, look gorgeous, hold the baskets. People are contributing. We really appreciate that. And while this is happening, let's do a blessing and give thanks for all that folks are contributing, not only to, of course, the amazing giving tree and these beautiful families and children who could use our support. We know that they are absolutely blessed by these amazing presents that uplift their souls. We know that the moms and dads and grandparents and whoever the parental units are in these amazing families, we know that they are blessed as the pressure is alleviated off of them in times that might be hard. And then I also know that the beautiful donations and contributions that are given to the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living in these wonderful baskets, I know that that is also divinely guided and blessed to do the work of God in our lives and in this community and in the greater community of Albuquerque. So as we give, we receive. I know that absolutely all of this is blessed because we are abundant in an infinite universe. So go ahead and join with me in saying, and so it is. Amen. So thank you for your patience. We're coming to the end of our service. I know it's been a 3-hour tour, but we are just about there. So what I do want to remind you is that we love to pray in the spiritual community. So if you have prayer requests in the back, there is a little prayer chest, and you can write your spiritual prayer requests right there, and the practitioners will pray with you all week long. Or you can go to rgcsl.org with your prayer requests, because prayers happen at all times of day. So you can make your prayer requests online. I'm also going to ask for our practitioner, Chris Duval, to come on up before we have our closing song and affirmation, because there's a little bit of logistics with the meeting that's coming up. So she's going to coach us a little bit about what's going to happen.
Thank you, Kamatara. So I think it was Reverend Gil's vision that we would all be munching on bagels and things like that during the service today and having coffee. And because of timing, that didn't really happen today, and that's okay. But we still want to kind of do that. So between this, when this service ends and before the meeting begins, we're going to invite you to go over there. There's bagels. Barbara brought some luscious pumpkin bread over there. And there's coffee. And we also have a birthday cake on the back table. And so we just love for you to pick up something to eat and drink, come back and be seated, and then the meeting will start before long. But we also, Jennifer put together this fabulous slideshow that we had at the party last night. So she's going to show that while all this is happening between services. And Susan, do you think we could sing Happy Birthday to Rio Grande?
I think we could, we should, yeah.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. Happy birthday to you. You're 16, you can get a driver's license now, you know.
Thank you. And then after the service, I was just reminded there's more food on the buffet table in the social hall. We couldn't bring it all out here. So go back and get some more food. Okay.
All right, well, thank you. We're going to do What a Wonderful World, and I don't know if we can do a circle today. Let's try this instead. Let's try standing up and holding hands, if you want, with the person next to you, okay? And if you would like a contactless experience, just I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Happy Sunday.
So this is an old spiritual practice from Ernest Holmes, and I invite you to put your arms around yourself in a big hug and say with me, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. And so it is. Have a great week.
We're going to start calling you back. And appreciation to Robin and Reverend Gil for the bagels and cream cheese and the fruit.
People, if you haven't returned to the room, you may miss some of this meeting because we are about to start. These people, herding cats, herding cats.
Can everybody hear?
I think so. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay. I know. I never remember these people online. Okay, are we ready? Hey, good morning. Oh, good afternoon, I guess. Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. I am Nancy Bowers. I'm your administrative coordinator here and also one of your practitioners. And I have been tasked with, first of all, thanking everybody here. And thanking the people that read the letter that went out yesterday. And I was just overwhelmed by the positive response we got from this community. The gratitude. We've been praying for this stuff, you know? We've been praying how to get out of a place where we are $4,500 short. So how perfect is it that Spirit shows up with another place for us to be, that's exactly how much we're going to save every month. So I've been to this place. I went to see it. Everybody that was there, There was such a good vibe in that place. It was previously a place that was occupied by a spiritual choir. They were there for 12 years. They sang that place up. They prayed that place up really well. And so it felt really good when we went in there. Everybody that walked in said, yeah, this place feels good. And you know, we go by vibe. We do go by vibe. And yeah, we're going to have to put in some, we're going to have to have a painting party, as Laura said to me. And we're going to have to put in new carpet. It's going to take a minute. It took a minute to get this place so that it's as beautiful as it is. But we got 2 months to do it. And we're very excited by the place. I checked it out on Zillow this morning. It said it had an 8.6 walkability score. That's how close it is to getting to stuff. It's pretty easy. I don't know. Is there something more I should be saying? Yes, Miss Gracie.
Just the group before us said that they put prayers, because they built some things, and they put prayers in the walls.
Yeah, yeah. It feels really good that we prayed and God came up with a solution, and I think it's going to work for us. The landlord has accepted our proposal. We have not signed anything yet. There are a person or two who's, maybe more than one, but who's felt like it's really fast, but that's what happens when you pray and you're in alignment. Spirit shows up and it's like, hang on to your hats, babe, because we're going. We got 2 months to get our act together, basically. And the landlord is giving us a month rent free to help defray some of that cost. So, yes, Chris. Oh. Right. Okay, so Unity came back. They finally came back to us, and they offered us to share their space with them for $3,500 a month, and we couldn't have our service on Sunday morning. And we wouldn't be able to have offices there, I think? Yeah, no offices, no storage, no bookstore, yeah. Right, and we'd have to negotiate for classes. And as far as the Bar Association was concerned, they withdrew their offer. That's what I heard.
Well, they would, the state bar, as I understand it, they said, well, what, would you still be interested if there's no office space? So we're still stuck with no office space and ultimately no storage space.
So we like the idea of having our own place where we can do what we want.
They never got back to us with a price.
Right, they never
Yeah,
got back
they
to
never
us.
got back to us with a price. So, it would have been church in a box, and we don't want to do church in a box. We did church in the box back in the beginning in 2009. It was so much more work. and if you heard Martha. Right. Well, yeah, we had more energy 16 years ago. Yeah, and you heard Martha say that we had to pay for the cookies and the and the coffee. We had to pay $12. What was it? $36? I don't know what it was. It was ridiculous. $50. Yeah. Oh yeah, $50 for a gallon of coffee and $50 for a dozen cookies. That's what we first encountered. Eventually, we did sweet talk them into letting us bring our own stuff, and then we moved across the street to two separate separate offices. Yeah, over at it was St. Clair's Winery, but.
In terms of what's coming next and people's questions, can you speak to the realtor piece? Why we have a realtor?
Why do we have a realtor? Because you need to, you need to know what you don't know. That's why. And we do have a commercial realtor who has Zane, who I believe that Carol March found, and he has submitted an offer to the landlord, who, by the way, I did look this up because I'm a realtor. I looked this up online this morning. He bought that property in 2023, and he did have it listed earlier this year for 1.75 million for the whole, not for just our office, but for the whole strip mall, so to speak. The landlord did have that property up for sale. It's not up for sale now. They withdrew it back in June, I believe it was. They had it listed at 1.75 million, I believe, for the whole strip mall. But as far as price per square foot, I mean, this new space is 3,300 square feet. The rent will be $2,300. I mean, I think that's pretty darn good. No. Oh, there we go. I don't know. Do we have any questions online, Jennifer?
They wanted me to show you larger, but I'm showing slides, so that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's the new space when it was somebody else's?
Yes. Yeah? It's now empty, but. It's at 2404 San Mateo Place Northeast, which is right off of I-40, behind the Denny's, basically, and what that hotel was there. And that hotel is being converted by the city for youth that are aging out of the foster care system. And we think that might end up being a new ministry. Who knows? Yeah. The hotel. I mean, it may be exactly what we need to reinvent our youth program. Who knows? We're just going to see where Spirit takes us.
I just want to say along with that, that we were also at the mayor's breakfast, and we have already gotten a call from one of the community building teams, and just this week, about doing things together and supporting those kind of things. So it's all happening, and like you said, in Spirit time. Like,
that's right. You say you're ready, Spirit says, okay.
Okay, so we've got Valerie over here. Hang on.
I just want to say I spent 15 years doing treatment foster care mostly with young females that were going to be 18. And yesterday, one of my daughters was at my house, and they continue to have a lot of needs, and they need support. And when they go into foster care, maybe their family was really bad or toxic, but that was their family. And when they go into foster care, even though we try to, build bridges and stuff, they kind of usually lose their biological family. So they, you never stop needing your family, or you never stop needing your parents.
Regarding the monthly rent, is this kind of a property leased on a per year basis, or can we get a longer term for the same rent?
Who has that?
There are no CAM fees at this position. A CAM fee is a common area, that they divide up. They take what the insurance costs and all that, and they divide it up through all the tenants and make them pay a portion of it. That doesn't exist at this place. We do not have any of the CAM fees. In terms of the lease, the landlord is open. We've talked about, he said, oh, well, if you're trying to build up your coffers or whatever, you probably want like a 3 or a 5 year lease. So he's definitely open to it. We could have a 1 year lease. I mean, when they had this thing advertised on Craigslist, it was a month to month. So, is there other questions? Yes.
Regarding the length of the lease, I was thinking about possibly a longer lease might protect us from possible sale of the building in the future. If he had it for sale last year, might be for sale another time. So just,
And yes, that does give you protection in terms of, they can't, when you're leasing a place and you have a lease, they can't just kick you out because they have a new owner. Yeah.
well, sometimes the new owner increases the rent, though. Sometimes the new owner might increase the rent.
They can't, if you have a contract, they can't void that contract. It gets transferred, so the terms of it transfer. Yeah, because the laws are meant to protect tenants. Landlords are not quite as reputable sometimes. Do you have a question?
No, I have an answer.
You have an answer? Cool.
So back to the CAM charges for a second. Those charges can be huge because they include things like repairs to the parking lot, repairs to the roof, and more importantly is the cost of a new HVAC system. I've rented space before where the air conditioner over our space died, and we had to come up with 10 grand like 3 weeks later to cover that. So none of that is ours. That's all being covered by the landlord. So I just want to make sure you know that's not going to be something else that gets tacked on.
Yeah, we will pay the gas and electric, our phone, and internet, but they cover water, they cover all the repairs to the building itself, the parking lot, and there's lots of parking space over there, people. And there is a residential area that's directly behind that building with an alley between, and that residential area has lots of dogs. So I feel like that's just an added protection for us. Any other questions? Do you have something you want to? Ms. Robin?
I just want to add great thanks to the Space Patrol and to our fearless leader, Lou, and to Chris and to Peter and to Carol and to Grace and to all of the people that were on it. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. But it really was, after all the searching and seeing the options, this was the one, even though it's not like we went, oh, this is hallelujah, this is the perfect area, perfect place, perfect everything. But when we looked at it and added up all the things that we had on our wish list and that sounded important, and then when people went to see it and we got the okay from Susan and Kent, they were like, good for music. We everything just, and good for bookstore, and really being able to do what we do the way we do it, even though we'll be hugging a little closer. It was a perfect space, and having a realtor like Zane that is taking care of this, and I'll say the landlord also is so amenable. They are paying the fees for the realtor, so that's not coming out of us. So it's a whole different working relationship and vibe, and it's a new adventure. It's a new adventure, and I just want everyone to know that there was so much thought, and it couldn't have happened if we hadn't been doing this for the last 10 months, and seeing all the spaces. Chris is asking that we address the timing of things. Do you want to do it, or you want me to do it?
I don't know. What do you want to say?
The timing is now. No. So once the space is rented, we have to here till the end of February, the end of the month, but we have 2 months to get that place in the condition that we want it for. There will be a team of people helping to do the designing and the creating. I know that Bob is going to go over tomorrow and fine check, double check, and things that that the naked eye don't see. So we'll know if there's anything we have to do. And the thought and the dream is that we will be fixing it up so that we are able to go into there on March 1st relatively seamlessly.
But we won't be having solid grounds on the Friday before we move. Just saying. Yes, Daryl.
Yeah, in reading the email that you sent it out, Nancy, this morning, yeah, it talked about some money that we need ahead of time. I think it was $12,000. So is that something we have ready to spend and reserve, or how are we going to handle that obligation?
So we do have an offer of a loan for 10 grand that would help. It's not something that's just given. It does have to be paid back, but I do think that it's like over a year or something. And we are taking donations to help defray the cost. And of course, come February, we're going to be in a better place because we will not be paying the rent. We won't be paying almost 7 grand to be in this space. Any other questions? Who? Oh, Cheryl.
I don't have eyes in the back of my head. Hi, Cheryl. Aren't you a mom?
I am, but it's been a minute.
So as far as that, she did mention that we have a loan for $10,000 agreed on, but we also have a generous person who has put forth $1,000 that is to be matched. So if you would like to have yours matched, jump in and make that happen. And so I just, everything that's happened very, very fast. It's like, sometimes you pray for a miracle and it doesn't happen all at once. Miracle is opportunity and preparation coming together, right? So this is kind of a miracle. Your board has met twice a month for many months, trying to figure out the best place. Your space patrol has beat the pavement, and I mean, they came back with all kinds of possibilities. And most of them, the door's shut. And one of the things that I told somebody before was, if this is supposed to happen, it'll go smoothly. But I'm gonna ask, if it's not supposed to happen, the door will shut very hard and very fast. And that happened every time. And here, I'm just reminded of it now. We've had a lot of doors shut. And this one opened up very wide. I want to tell you a little silly story. Based on the fact, there are concerns out there. It's like, well, are we moving too fast? What are we going to miss? What's going to be wrong with it? What's really wrong with it that we're going to be able to get in so fast and have such a low rent? In the early 90s, my kids and I were praying for a piano. Every hour, someone would pray for the piano. That is not a joke. We did that. And within days, just like this is happening, just like very suddenly, we had a piano. We brought it in, and I sat down to play it, and a note didn't work. One of the keys did not work, and I was like, well, God, you gave us this piano, but it's not working. What's up? And it's like he said, why don't you open the front of it? And I opened the front of it, and inside there, blocking that key, was a little toy baking dish. And the piano was perfect. Did it need a little tuning? Well, yeah, it was like 90 years old. So this place is going to need a little bit of tuning. And that's okay, but it's going to be perfect for us. Do you have a question?
Someone online has a question of what is the maximum occupancy?
What is the maximum occupancy? Brian, can you help us with that?
Yeah, I don't have an exact number, but having walked off the space, there's no way we can't put 125 people in there.
That's what they said.
And where we have
125.
Okay. So I walked the place off when I was there last week, and there's no way we can't put at least 125 people into the area that would be our sanctuary. And where we have like this post, there are a couple of those, and still more space behind that. So push came to shove, we could probably put 150 people in there. There's plenty of room to grow into it is what I'm getting at. So no problem there.
Yeah, I think from what I'm hearing, we might need to, if we're going to do potluck or something like that, everything is going to be in the same room. And so, yes, I'm hearing yes around the room. So, so ultimately, I mean, who asked about? Somebody asked about seeing the space. There's going to be, Bob is going to be there. A number of other people are going to be there to look over things tomorrow, and that's going to be at 10 o'clock. So if you want to see the inside, go ahead and do that. But I will say that the intention is for us to start this lease as of January 1. That means, assuming everything goes as it looks like it's going, we need to sign a lease by the end of this week. So if anybody has any questions or anything, or if you got a better offer out there, speak now. Now's the time. You said somebody speak now or forever hold your peace. But this looks, I'm really excited about the possibilities. I think God's dropped in our laps a really awesome opportunity. Never mind what we talked about already, the opportunity for ministry for the young people across the street. Any questions, thoughts?
Marilyn Kirk said I needed to come up and tell you that your generosity to the Giving Tree, as a total over the weeks, you've raised $1,200. That means we have $30 for each of the 40 gifts we still have to purchase. So, thank you. It's going to be a great Christmas. For what you may not realize is that we did keep working with the elementary school. We also adopted a high school this year, and the kids are in transitional living, meaning some of them are in jail during the day, and they come to school, and others are living in group homes and that kind of stuff. So 15 of the kids are from that high school. Next year we're going to do more, but anyways, this is just an amazing community on so many levels.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say I was one of the 10 that went the next day to look at the space, and it's funky, and all 10 of us were like, "Oh my God, this is it." You know, wasn't looking at any of the funkiness, was looking at the possibility of it, and it was like, "Oh yeah, we can do it here." So.
Let me say something. I don't know how many people realize that this place, microphone, I don't need the microphone. All right, I just want to say that some of you were probably here from the beginning of this place, and this place was pretty funky itself. Okay? That area over there on the other side of this doorway doesn't look anything like it does today. That was a manufacturing area with open ceilings, no walls between anything. The bookstore was little cubicles. We remodeled that whole space back in there. So anything can be done. Now we're all a little older now, so I may need more help.
I'll help you.
We got you covered.
All right.
So I just also want to make mention, not only is there a larger sanctuary space, these rooms they're talking about, they're not funky. They're like 5 different rooms that can be used for offices, for bookstore, for classrooms. They're really, and they're done. They're like finished out, shelving. The kitchen has counters. There's some raw storage space back behind the kitchen. This place is going to have pretty much everything we need. Not necessarily everything we would want, but everything we need is already there. And there's going to be a little bit of stuff like the carpet, you know, but it's going to happen. And it's all very doable. So I just want to make sure you know. We're not selectively leaving anything out. Let me just put it that way.
Norm?
Thank you. I was here when Reverend Martha and the board put together the T-coil loop, which if you don't know what that is, if you have a hearing aid, there's a T-coil that you can flip on and you'll be able to get sound directly to your device here. Is that T-coil going to be, because it's a wire, is that all going to be stripped out and taken with us, or is that going to be abandoned and we have to start all over again? Oh, Peter has an answer over here.
Here's what I understand about the T-coil loop. It would not be practical to remove it, okay? And actually, the way it's set up in here is the wrong design. I think Kent was the guy who came and helped us with the T-loop, I can't remember his name right now, he said the way to do it is underneath the carpet, just throughout the room. Yeah, so.
So the next follow-up question. The follow-up question is there going to be a T-coil, and is all that going to be part of the thing for the people who need that device?
We haven't discussed it. I did think about that earlier. But I don't see why not. Did you have can you speak to that, Kent?
If we can't use the existing wire for the T-loop, then we can buy another wire to do that. And we've already got the rest of the equipment, so we wouldn't have to purchase that. So we would just have to purchase the wire for the T-loop. And I'll be happy to install it.
There, we've got that then. What else? Anybody have other questions? Robin.
I just want to say that we believe me, we've been thinking about all the things we can reuse from here, that we can take from here, that we can transfer over to there. So none of those concerns will go unanswered. So we just, if you have something that you don't think we've heard, let us know. Let who? Nancy. Let Nancy know. And we're compiling a list, but all of those things are certainly important, and we want to be able to serve as many communities as we can. So.
Any other questions?
So are we looking for some kind of affirmative indication from the congregation about this?
That's where I was about to go next.
Okay. All right.
Great minds think alike. So, before I say this last thing, does anybody have any other questions?
There are less windows in the new place. Grow lights for our garden. Put it on the list, please.
That makes sense. Okay, anything else? Anybody? Questions, concern, comments? So, as your board president, as somebody who's getting ready to really look seriously at finalizing this, I need to know, we need to know, do we have your blessing to move forward? Yes. If we have your blessing, raise your hand. Thank you. I don't know about y'all, but I'm covered in goosebumps right now. I think we're looking at our new home very, very soon. Does anybody have anything else? Thank you. Thank all of you. Hang on one second here.
The decision has to be made by the board, is that correct?
The ultimate final decision, yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, but we wanted to make sure that we have the blessing of the people, because it's not just us. Yeah. The world doesn't revolve around me. Well, mine does, but the world doesn't revolve around me. The world does not revolve around the board. But we are leaders in this community, and we need that. And so I am grateful for your blessing. And Robin had something else here.
I just wanted to say, I wanted you to say it, but I just wanted to say, Reverend Gil is online, and he couldn't be happier. He's so grateful. He was so moved by the service today, and he's grateful for everyone's support. So thank you.
So if we don't have anything else, I'm going to ask Nancy to pray us out.
It is my jam. So my heart is just so full with the gratitude of what it means to be part of the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. And in this moment, I remember that God is all there is, that anything that appears to be unlike that love that we know is the truth of Spirit is probably a story we made up in our own heads. Because fear is just a story. But in this moment, I affirm and declare that we remember the truth of who and what we are, that we are the divine expressing, and that we are totally supported, totally loved, that everything that we need is already here. And so I give thanks. I give thanks for each and every person here, each and every person not here, all the people online, and all the people who have been here in the past and who are yet to come. Because I know that this community is a huge, huge demonstration of the power of love in action. And I am so grateful to be part of this place. And I know that everything is unfolding exactly as it needs to. And so I just let it go. And I affirm God's goodness and this community's goodness by saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Like this configuration? Do we? Yeah, let's leave the tables.